Good afternoon. It is September 4th, I think. September 4th. It's I don't know, 12:35, something like that. I am in. Where am I at? I'm in a part of the Beaverhead range. I think this is a lobe of the Beaverhead range, and I'm at a lake, and I'm going to call it Bryce's Lake. It actually has a proper name, but in this case, one of my coworkers kind of taunted me with it. He was told that it had, fish as long as your arm, and he wouldn't tell me. He wouldn't tell me the name or exactly where it was at. Turns out he's not been here, and he heard it. He heard it from another one of our co-workers, who I think heard it from the horse's mouth. So, anyway, that's in honor of his taunting. I'm calling it Bryce's Lake. What I know about it is that it originally had rainbow trout in it, stocked decades ago, and it's so it's self-sustaining. And then in 2006, West Slope cutthroats were erroneously planted here. They were supposed to go to another lake with the same name, and they were erroneously planted here. And so I think they surveyed it in '09, and they caught, I think, rainbows, cuts, and maybe some hybrids. It took me, it's a short hike. Well, you'd think it's a short hike. Somebody told me it's less than a mile. I actually read that, and maybe it is, but I can tell you that it starts off. There's a footpath that's been beaten into the forest turf, and in fact, it's better. The first half of it is better than many maintained trails I've been on. But then it fades out, and I kind of lost it, and I think I came in the wrong way. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm hoping that I really did, because I came in over a ridge, over a boulder field, and I think I ended up, walking over 2 miles, and climbing. There's a big boulder field on the west side of the lake, and on the ridge going over to the other side. So it is extremely strenuous coming over that boulder field like I did, and I absolutely cannot go out that way. It took me 2.5 hours to get in here, and it shouldn't have been like that. I think I found the trail down here. There's a campsite here. There's supposed to be 2 of them, but there's a campsite here, an established campsite, and I found what appears to be a faint trail, maybe 200 yards away, and it seems like it goes down the hill and becomes a better path. And basically, kind of what I'm thinking, I'm going to follow that out and see what it does, and hopefully it'll veer over to the northwest and hit the main trail. And it's only probably, I'm only maybe a half a mile away from that main trail, but I do not want to go in over those boulders. There are some fish rising. When I came over the boulder field over there down near the shore, I did see a fish. I was right above a fish. He was cruising along the rocks there, and he was big. He may have been 18 inches. He's a nice fish. So I'm pretty worn out from the hike in. I'm gonna drink some water. Maybe, I don't know, I may fish. I don't even know if I got the energy to fish. I'm gonna try to fish a little bit, and then have a little bit of lunch, and then probably get out of here. The drive in here, this is very remote. It's the road in here there's a good road in here, and then there's a spur road that's, you know, a 2-track. But the main road, it's an hour from the nearest highway, so it's pretty remote. There's hunters in. I noticed that there's some hunters in on the main road. So anyway. So this, on the other side of the lake there, that boulder field is what I came through, and it goes all the way over to the top and over on the other side. It really wore me out. Not to mention it's dangerous. So I got a cinnamon ant on. And what I'm going to basically just do here is I'm just going to work in here. I saw some fish rising here a little bit ago, so we'll see if I can get some action in here. You know, it's Labor Day weekend, and honestly, the one day that I needed to see somebody, and on a holiday, nope, nobody up here, at least at the lake. I was kind of hoping to see somebody that could, you know, validate what's the best way out of here. So, oh well, I'll just have to figure it out. Okay, here we go, first cast. So I'm seeing very little fish activity, very little. There was a rise way down the shoreline, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. There's one right off to my right here, in kind of close. So I'm throwing this out there. Maybe I can intercept him, but it seems like there's either very few fish in this lake, or most of them are deep. So I don't know. Only been fishing for about 30 minutes, but you know, because of my uncertainty on what it's going to take to get out of here, I'm not going to fish much longer. Oh, let's see here. So I've only fished for about 45 minutes, or 35 minutes, something like that. It's a little after 2. I honestly don't know what to make of this lake. There's every once in a while you see fish rise. The only one I got a good look at was the one when I was finishing the hike, coming down the. You got to be kidding me. So, wow. I'm not sure what to make of all this now. Yeah. So I saw very few rises, so I just came in, thought I'd have a little bit of lunch and head out of here. I'd really like to have more time, but not knowing if I found the trail or not. There is a trail down here, or a footpath. You know, there's no maintained trail in here, so I found what appears to be a trail going out that seems to get a little bit more defined as it goes. So I'm hoping that that'll get me out of here in the short manner that, because it's not very far. The hike is not very far. But anyway, so I didn't have any rises to my ant. and I saw a couple of fish rising. And then in here, all of a sudden, in this, there's a big flat in here that's, oh, it's about 3 feet deep in places. And I just saw a fish in here rise, so I don't know what to make of it. But the one fish I did see over there by the boulders when I came in, he may have went 18 inches. He was a nice fish. I couldn't tell if it was a rainbow, a cut, or a hybrid, but I did see him. So there is some kind of bug coming off. I did see that. I'm not sure what it is, if it's an ant or calabatus or what, but so I'm gonna have some lunch and probably head out of here. So wish I would have had more time here, because I don't know the lake, assuming that there really is a full trail or a trail in here, and you can get, there's that fish. So here's one of 2 campsites that I've found on here. The other one, maybe that is the only one. So the trail I found on the north end of the lake was good. This here is the end of the 2-track, and basically the trail from the lake, I don't know. What happened this morning is, if you follow this 2-track to the end, there's actually 2 trails, and one kind of goes to the right, and the other one you don't even see, but you want to go left. And I went right, and it puts you to the west of the lake, and then you got to climb that boulder field. This one, what you do here, because the lake, if you see that rocky face right there, that's where the lake's at. The lake's right in front of that. And so what you basically do is, on this 2-track, you make a left, and you'll go down, and there's a creek crossing, and the trail is on the other side of that, and it basically just goes up. It's steep, it's really steep, but it is very well defined in most places. It gets faint in a couple of places, but you can stick with it, particularly if you put a GPS track on it. I was only able to do part of a GPS track because I had a low satellite signal, but yeah, it gets you to the lake in short order. It is steep, but at least you're not climbing through boulders.